Boom, boom. This is Kendra, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Soul Land reloaded up today. So we got some new stuff, some new events. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. All right, first up, we have the Master Forge event. This is a pretty good event, mainly because of the actual rewards. If you do get lucky enough to get some of the ice cores here, you can get some shards. So if you came up a little bit short on getting the Clear Sky Tang Hao shards, you can get some here. I mean, it was over like 3 events over the space of, what was it, about a month and a half, maybe. So you might have missed one of the 3 times you needed to log on to actually get all of the shards. So if you came up a little bit short, they got some here for you. You can get 5, you can get up to 100, so that's up to approximately 500 shards. So you should be able to easily get, you're not going to get a lot because these ice cores are exceedingly rare. I mean, I'm not sure what the rarity is, but they're like super rare, low, very low rates. So you're not going to get them. Now, if you do purchase the famed hammer, you can get, that's 100% chance to get some. But I have not purchased the hammer. I've just been doing it normal, and I've got some already. But I already have Tang Hao. I'll show you him here shortly. So not that big of a deal for me. But you just want to do it because you get other stuff here. I mean, this is really nice. This could be 2,000 diamonds. Hey, I'll take 2,000 diamonds. I do have some other rewards in here. Some for your herbs and whatnot. So there's a lot of good, excellent in terms of some resources that you need for leveling up certain items. So it's a very good event. Even though I know a lot of people don't like it, but I don't quite mind it that much. I do like it because they do offer some really good rewards in here. And if you get a little bit lucky, you can claim a lot of this stuff. You can also, of course, purchase them, of course, if you want to get some. But I don't see the need. I haven't spent any money yet, and I don't planning on doing it because they give you everything inside the game as long as you play the game. All right, so that's up, of course. Red packet drop-ins today, so make sure you do that. I nailed it today. I got 2,021 diamonds in a drop. So beating everybody that's number. I beat Tommy 77 to blew him away. Yeah, I nailed. I had 881 and 881 again on my second one, and I got some more after that. So I did really, really well. That's the highest I've ever got. So I'm going to snatch up 5,446 diamonds when this closes. So that's good because I'm going to be purchasing a lot of stuff here from these next couple events. So it'd be nice to get some of that back. And then, of course, we're coming up on the weekend. So the active wheel. I'll make sure you keep an eye on this, of course. You want to get as much of these as you can. You want to try to clear this. I mean, you're just using stamina, basically. Just run the levels. Okay, as long as you're sweeping your levels and stuff, you should get enough to complete this. But you want to because it's got some of the universal shards, and you got some diamonds in here, some coins, cultivation. So you got a little bit of everything in here. Plus the rewards at the bottom are really nice. Some EX and then a spirit shards for the final one. So you should be able to do this. It ends tomorrow, so make sure that you get in there and knock that out. It's definitely worth it. I make sure I clear it every time it's up, every weekend. Okay, as always, having to, of course, you always want to make sure you do this on a daily basis simply because of the fact that you get 10 shards that can be used on just about anybody from the original tier. These were the original characters that were released at the release of the game. You had Civet Zoo, Azure Dragon Neo, you had Gourmet Oscar and Phoenix, and War God Dai. So these were the original characters that were released with the game. As you know, we got Dai was free during the initiation event, the 7-day event. You got him. You could usually get him in about 5 days. And then these others were the ones that were offered at the time, and still at Civet is quite possibly the best, one of, if not the best, arena, because she goes, she jumps straight to the back and does damage to the back attackers, bypassing the front line. So, but yeah, so I do this. I've done this every single day that it's been up. I have never missed this. And it just gives you a bunch of stuff Okay, it's one of the reasons I was able to get uh, you know, get these up pretty far. I mean, from a price perspective, I'm in a pretty good spot. Okay, I've got SS plus Tang Hao almost to the top. I've still got a little bit ways to go on him. Okay, um, but you know, getting there. It's definitely increased a lot. You can see him up to 267 million. So I was hoping to get about 275 after everything is all said and done. I'll be really close to that because I've still got some builds I got to do on him. I got to get some of his extended soul bones and whatnot up. All right, so we do have the Master Forge, but we also got the White Tiger Dagger events back up. So if you were unable to get it, then the last event, which you should have been able to if you did the first two, if you came up a little bit short, you can of course purchase some more of the shards here. Also, if you just want to snatch up, I'm going to snatch up the 30, simply because of the fact that you know it takes 60 to upgrade it. So you might as well go ahead and get it. You know, I've already got it, so 60 more I can upgrade it to, you know, a second level. So I'm going to do that. But yeah, that's in here as well. Some other good stuff. They've got some of the other SS Plus shards for your choice. So you want to try to get those as well. So I'm going to be purchasing these two right here. So that's going to be about 6,000 diamonds. So having that, you know, 5,500 diamonds coming will be exceedingly helpful for that event. So everything's other than that, we're still basically pretty much about the same. Now I've been getting some questions. I actually had someone hit me up on a question on the channel about teams and builds. There's really not a whole lot in terms of builds within this game, primarily because you know builds usually are involved when you have multiple skill sets that can be acquired per character. There isn't multiple skill sets for this. There's, you know, this is his skills, okay? There's nothing you can do to change these skills. Just max them all out, okay? It costs, at the beginning of the game, as you start leveling up, it costs resources, but once you get to a certain point, it just costs gold. As you can see now, it's just gold. Okay, and gold is something that you'll begin to get more and more and more of as you go through the events, and just doing, you know, levels and stuff. You get gold, so you build up gold over time. Plus, you can look for it inside of all the shops, because you can purchase gold blocks, gold bars inside the shops, which you then sell for gold coins. But there really isn't much you can do in terms of build. Even the equipment is static. This is the same equipment that all of the sky, you know, Clear Sky Tang Haos have. That's their equipment. Okay. The only thing that you can change, all of this is the same. All the rings, nothing you can change. The only thing you can change is down here, and have different things. This is all Clear Skies are going to have this as well. So all of this is static. There's not much you can do in terms of a build. One thing you want to do is, if he's an attacker, you want to make sure that you put an attack soulbone set on him. There's three types. There's the defense type, there's the hit point type, and then there's the attack type. If he is an attacker and Tang Hao is an attacker, then you want to use the set that gives him attack. Okay, this is a hard set to get. You can only get this by chest. You can't get this inside the soulbone shop. You can get the hit point yellow and the defense orange in the shop, but you can't get the attack red. That's only from a chest. Okay, I'll show you the chest here shortly. So on your attackers, you want to put this, okay, and then on your tanks, such as, you know, the dragon, Azure Dragon, you want to put a defense or a hit point soulbone set on him. Okay, I've got the defense on him. Okay, that's what you want to use on him because he's a tank. You can do hit points. Defense is a little bit more actual for attack. You know, Azure Bull, Python. You know, so that's what you want to use for him. The others, you know, there's a yellow set which is a hit point set. Who you put that on? You know, you could put that on a tank. I prefer to put it on characters that I want to keep alive. You want to put a defense on a tank because a tank's in direct melee combat. You want to put a hit point set on your healer to keep her alive, because as long as she's alive, she's healing. If she's dead, she's not healing. So you want to keep her alive. So you could go with a hit point or a defense set if you don't have a hit point set. But that's what you want to do. So again, not really a whole lot you can do in terms of building. The game is very static. A standard, you want a standard team. Your team should be a tank, okay, a healer. So the best tank is Neo 10, best healer is Yin. Then you want to have a couple of attackers. Tang San's a good attacker, of course. The one-armed bandit Deo Chin is an excellent attacker, and of course the best attacker in the game right now is SS Plus Tang Hao. That's because he's the only SS Plus released as of yet. We've got Bo Saksai coming in here shortly. She's just been released, or hasn't been. We haven't quite got her yet, but we're working up to her. So, but she's the next SS Plus character. She's also fusion for him, so this is her right here. Okay, very, very, very beautiful image. So she's the next SS Plus. Okay, but there's really not you can do. So you want to have a couple attackers, a healer, and a tank. And the ones I'm showing you are the best at it for right now. You know, Neo 10 is the best tank. Yin is the best healer. The SS versions of Yin, not the S version. She's the S version of Yin is a good starting healer. I used her until I got SS Plus Yin. And the best tank is Neo 10. Attackers, of course, you know, Tang Hao is going to be a little bit better simply because he's an SS Plus character. So we're talking base stats, but he does a ton of damage. Has good survivability as well too, which is excellent because he has survivability. You can sort of kind of use him as an off tank, but Neo 10 is still a better tank. And then of course, you know, attackers. So that's really what it is. Even though Deo Chin's considered crowd control, but they're attackers as well. So he does a lot of damage. So a good one, a build right now. The build that I use a lot is Neo 10 as my tank. Then I have Tang Hao as my attacker, and I have Chen, and then I have Yin as my healer. I throw Tang San on the second team simply because, you know, I've got another attacker already in Tang Hao. He's not quite up to full yet. I'm not done with him yet, but still he does just as much, if not more, damage than Tang San. So that's where we're at with that. But as you can see, there's really not a whole lot you can do in terms of build. Okay, just whatever team you're going to put up. Everybody has the same skills. Every character has the same armor, rings, talismans. Everybody has, you know, there's no way to, you know, like make a different, like a sneak build or an attack build. You can't do that in this game. It's not designed like that. So you can't really mess up. And another reason you can't really mess up is because of the regenerate option. You can regenerate and dissolve anything that you don't like and start over. Get the mats back that you spent on it and do it again. Okay, so feel free to just, you know, explore as much as you want. It's really difficult to, I don't think you could really mess up anything in terms of that. I'm doing this from a free-to-play perspective, so if you spend money, you're of course going to be able to get faster. But when it all comes down to it, you know, I'm moving up slowly. I enjoy the IP, which is why I'm taking my time. I know I love the anime. Very beautifully written. The story was actually very well done as well too. I like the type of anime that they used for it, because it gives you the more, you know, more of a real sense type anime. It's got more of a high fashion artistic look to it, and I really enjoy it. But yeah, there's really not you can do much for builds. Okay, so as I said, you know, keep an attack soul bone for attackers, hit points for maybe healer, your defense soul bones for your tank. Okay, skills are the same. Weapons, again, try to just get SS hidden weapons for all of them. Okay, that's what you want to do. Just, you know, collect the SS hidden weapons. The sealed milk bone increases the healing, so you want to put the sealed milk bottle on a healer. Okay, Zooge crossbow is a damage dealer, ranged damage, so you put it on a ranged damage dealer. Sun Moon Needle's ranged as well too. The White Tiger Dagger set, it's a dagger, so that's not ranged. Of course, that's going to be melee. So you want to put that on a melee character, such as God of War Diamondbite or Clear Sky Tang Hao. He is an attacker, but he's a melee attacker. He does not attack from a distance. So you just want to try to read what the description of the weapon is, and if it says it does a ranged lightning attack, then make sure you put it on a ranged character. Okay, so again, not a whole lot that you can do in terms of builds for that. It's the same thing for your extended soul bones. Okay, so if you open up your extended soul bones, down here you've got you've got the sea god is hard to get. Okay, they come in chests that are not offered very often at all. Okay, but when you do get them, you want to put it on your best characters, simply because of all the excellent buffs that it does give you. Okay, as you can see, team attack, base attack, percentages, as well as defense against magic and physical. So these are the top of the line extended soul bones, but these are really hard to get. Okay, you absorb is by absorbing other soul bones. So but these are the top of the lines. You want to put an upper and lower wing set on anybody, on your best character, which is why I've got them on Tang Hao. But the other characters you might want to put, like when you look at the sets, click on it and it'll tell you what it's going to offer. So if you do a red front, okay, and a green back, this is what you get. Okay. Okay, so this increases my attack and ravage rate. Okay. He's an attacker, so you want to put something that will increase his attack. And then the same, would go for you want to put something on your actual a thing that for my tank I've got a defense set. This increases dual defense. Okay, if you go for 2 red, it's in propensor, and taking damage is reduced. So you want to put that on a tank. So there's not a whole lot you can do in terms of a build. Just think logically. If I'm a tank, I want to have defense. So put stuff that gives me defense. If I'm a healer, I want to be able to survive longer so I can heal, give me some hit points. If I'm an attacker, put something that helps me buff my attack. Okay, and like I say, you can't. There's not different armor sets that you can do. The armor sets are static on every character. They all get the same armor. It's just a matter of enhancing it and breaking it through to make a higher set, but it doesn't change. It's the same for everybody. So it's virtually impossible to differentiate yourself from another character, unfortunately. The game's not really designed for that, okay? So, yeah, there's really not a whole lot you can do. And there's very few options. Like I said, the hidden weapons, of course, and the soul bones. Just put the logical choice. If you don't have one, you can put something just temporarily until you do get a ranged hidden weapon or something like that. But they generally give you chests and stuff where you can choose, or at least have a sort of a choice. There's really not much else you can do in terms of that. There is the actual beast that you can put on. Again, it's the same thing. This Tyrant Dragon is a melee physical attack dragon, so you put him on a melee character. Okay. At the same time, attack devours target. So I'm going to be changing that. I'm actually going to be putting the new soul beast once I get him on Tang Hao, the new spirit soul, and that is the actual right here, 3-eyed golden lion. Get it, but we haven't had the second event for that yet. Okay, so should have it probably sometime maybe into this week. We'll be able to get the other 30 shards to actually create it, and that'll make the third SS spirit soul out there. You can only use 2 for right now. It's going to be there is a space to add more, but trust me, you have to complete the you have to complete this entire skill here before you're able to actually open up the other slot to use another spirit soul. So right now you only need 2. So just make sure you have 2 SS spirit souls for right now, because this is going to take a long time to complete this entire constellation. So it's going to be a while. But once you complete this, you'll open up a slot where you can use another spirit soul. So just make sure you have 2 right now for first and second teams. Then you can worry about the others at a later date. I'm going to get him, and I'll level him up so that when I do complete the constellation, I'll be able to utilize him. But that's it. So in terms of builds, yeah, there's really nothing much you can do. It's not like an open world MMORPG where you could have like a stealth build, and a gun build, and a tank build. Nothing like that. Everything's pretty much static here. So the basic is just focusing on completing the game, doing everything that you need to do daily, collecting the rewards, and go for it like that. Okay. Just make sure you check everything. I mean, they have really good events. This is the weekly event right here. They have this every weekend. A chance to get some free diamonds, as well as a bunch of stamina and a bunch of enhancement dust. Okay, so yeah, see, they just had this log on for this here, which is ridiculous, giving you 10 Oscar shards, as well as enough to get a Zeus crossbow. Okay, so they have really good stuff in here. And here's this chest I was telling you about. The red set is only available through this chest. You can't purchase it in the Soulbone store. You can only get the orange and yellow set and the Soulbone store. So if you want the good attack set, you need to wait and see when these chests come up. And when they do, snatch them up. As I have done, I'm going to be snatching up that one too. But I've already snatched up 100 of them. So it takes 60 to make one set. So I'm well on the way to making my second set. This is that Sea God set I was telling you about. It takes 20 to make these, but these are really, really hard to get. So whenever you see these, or these, or these, you want to snatch them up. Okay? Because this is the top of the line stuff at this point in time. Alright? So yeah, that's it. There's really not a whole lot you can do building. Okay? Play the game, purchase. If you play the game, you'll get diamonds. And you use the diamonds to purchase stuff where they have the events. So far, all characters, I mean, I started the game at its inception. All characters have been made available. Never had, but I play the game every day. I make sure I log on every day and check the events. Like the Clear Sky Tang Hao SS Plus character, they had it over the space of 3 events that you needed free to play to get the character. If you missed any of those events, you didn't get him. Okay, so you have to make sure you're logged on consistently, or you might miss something. Okay, usually the events are covered 2 events. If you miss one of the events, you'll just have to wait. They usually do, as they're having in this Master Forge event. If you did actually miss the event for Tang Hao, you can have a chance to get some of those shards here that you might be short. Might not be able to get enough of them, which might lead you to having to spend some, but it is what it is. I got him, and he's an excellent character. Okay, so that's what it is. So I'm going to get these shards simply to work on his divine skill, of course. And as I said, his awakening is a fusion skill. Is of course Bo, who's coming out. She's right now. We should have her. Of course, they've had 1 event. They'll have 2 more events, and you'll be able to get the shards and get her. Okay, and she'll be an SS plus. She's fusing for Ayen, and so yeah, looks like got to be a little bit. SS plus characters will seem to be the fad, and they can usually get those over a 3 event span. All right, so yeah, not much you can do. I'm sorry if you're looking for like different types of builds. Not really something you can do with the game. You could just try to put soul bones and extended soul bones that buff what it is. If it's like I said before multiple times, if it's a tank, put defense. Healer, try to survivability. Attacker, put attack stuff on. That's really all you can do at this point. Nothing you can do in terms of build. Just make sure you have a tank, a healer, and a couple attackers and a crowd control, and you'll be fine. Okay. So yeah, and if you do mess up, don't worry, because you can just regenerate and dissolve it and get all the mats you used to build it back. Okay, so it's not that really big of a deal in terms of, you lose it in some games. This has an excellent uh, regenerate option right here. Okay, so that's all I got. So yeah, get in there and knock out that White Tiger Dagger event and knock out the Master Forge event. And get the rewards that you can. So this is Ken here. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Remember to subscribe, which is subscribe to see the bell. Click on it. You'll get notified each time I drop a video. Also, remember to like and share the video. As I've said before, YouTube algorithm just gets tickled pink when you do that. And they start making the video more visible to other users. So thanks a lot for watching. Ken here coming at you from the corner. Signing out.